Hello, lovelies! Happy Monday! With relaxation and preparation in the air, I thought it would make today a little more interesting. For almost 2 years now, I've been doing something that a lot of people consider a little strange. I also tend to get a lot of weird looks and questions about it. So today I thought I would sit down and officially explain to all of you why it is I work on multiple projects at a time. Back in early 2020, I hit one of the worst writing slumps I've ever gone through. By the time NaNoWriMo rolled around, I had half of one story, three-quarters of another, and an idea my brain just wouldn't let go. At this point, I still hadn't finished a single book, but you can bet your ass I had more than my fair share started and set aside. Then, out of the blue, while I was still poring over which idea I was going to work with days before NaNoWriMo was set to start, I got an idea. No, this wasn't another story idea to be played with for a little while before setting it aside for the next shiny new thing. This was an idea about a daring new writing process. For some unknown reason, my brain decided that instead of continuing to struggle over which idea to work with, I was going to work on all of them at the same time. I thought it was an insane idea, especially since I had never heard of another writer doing something like that. But it felt right, and with no other options, I decided to roll with it. As it would turn out, it was probably the best and the worst idea I had ever come up with. That was the first NaNoWriMo I ever won, and I also happened to finish my first book as well. I rode the high of that victory for about 6 months. While I finished one book and got another book halfway through, my brain was flooded with a desire to keep the ball rolling. During 2021, I finished my second and third books, but I was still left with a problem. I was delighted to have finally found a process that worked for me, but people around me still gave strange looks. Eventually, I also figured out that the reason I could never finish a book while writing one at a time, but could finish 3 in a year while writing multiple, was because of my ADHD. And suddenly I discovered my own superpower and kryptonite at the same time. While working on multiple books finally gave me the opportunity to finish them, my brain was also working in overdrive. Because of that same ADHD that gave me the ability to do what I was doing, it also made me feel like I had to write all of the ideas at once. That was how I kicked off 2022, and it's why I've been struggling to get anything done this year. Also, one of the reasons my best friend forced me into taking a break. Taking May off really helped me get things back into perspective and helped me to learn to breathe again. Don't get me wrong, doing this has helped me to amp up my productivity a lot, but now I'm learning how to better balance things. Long story short, I write more than one book at a time to keep my brain functioning normally, but now I have to find a way to balance that. For now, I'm sticking with outlining all of my projects and not much more than that. Thanks for sticking around to hear my little ramble about multi-writing. I figured it was best to finally get the story out there, that way people could, 1, stop telling me that I was wrong for doing things this way, and 2, that way people knew the pressures that come with multi-writing. And now I shall take my leave. Catch you all on Thursday.